Good afternoon. I'm Mayor Jason Levesque, and thank you to those that are joining us remotely at Auburn City Hall today. Today is a special day for Auburn and the entire southern Maine region. It's an accumulation of years of hard work crafting policy, creating concept, talking and listening with residents and businesses throughout New England, and importantly, believing in a future that should deliver opportunities for Mainers that recognize, appreciate all that Auburn has to offer, from recreation to building a business to ensuring your kids get a quality education. I'm happy to report that now those opportunities are closer than ever before. During the last 8 months, one way or the other, we have all felt the devastating effects of COVID-19. Auburn City Council understands that in order for us not just to recover, but to thrive post-pandemic, we cannot be controlled by fear and inactivity. We must be proactive and comprehensive with our response. From the state's first micro grant loan program to rolling out a community food program, both done within 1 week of inception, Auburn has and will continue to succeed and move past this virus safely and smartly. Today, we're not here to talk about recovery. We're here to talk about future growth and prosperity, as well as our current growth that we've been experiencing. For those already in Auburn and those businesses and people looking to make a new city home. The City Council and staff have crafted a plan consisting of 4 pillars, which I will touch on now, but will be expanded on in just a few minutes by Auburn City staff. First, substantial financial incentives, most of which are devoid of unrealistic regulations and mandates. The main requirement is that you come with a purpose to better yourself and better the city, your new home. Second, fast-track permitting and planning approval, cheaper and faster than anywhere in the state of Maine. Simplified zoning districts that promote infill, high density, cost-effective development, and encourages a variety of land uses that complement each other. Third, a bank of city-owned property, much of it in our downtown, opportunity zone that's shovel-ready. This land can be gifted to the individual or group of people who propose the best possible economic and cultural use. This is approximately a $6 million incentive. Fourth, a regulatory environment that is consistent and predictable. And I think this is probably the most important pillar. A city council that understands and appreciates what new residents, businesses, and commerce can bring and wants to blend growth with conservation in a true win-win scenario. You're not going to be finding people in Auburn saying no, but rather how. An example of this ongoing effort is happening tonight, where the City Council will start discussions on exempting veterans and veteran-owned small businesses from new construction and permitting fees in order to encourage those that serve and those that continue to serve to come to Auburn, appreciate what you've done, and know you will continue to do great things in our city. With over 38,000 acres of land mass, in which over 50% is either under or undeveloped, and by the way, that's more than twice the size of the entire city of Portland, we have and will continue to strike a balance between a dense urban core, rolling neighborhoods, and a forested rural character with diverse, accessible recreation and agricultural areas throughout our city. Every good plan must have a goal. Well, the last 2 years have seen substantial growth in population, home values, and average incomes. We see a need and capacity to increase our population from its current 24,000 to 30,000 people in the next 5 years. That will mean close to 2,000 new market rate housing units will need to be built, from downtown market rate apartments and condos to new homes and neighborhoods yet to be created. Hitting this goal will lower our property taxes, enhance our city, and provide those opportunities that can't be found in other cities throughout the state. Our industry is booming, our jobs are plentiful, and our new, much larger high school is under construction. And we have the right team in place to make it all happen for you, for our current residents and those who want to come here from away. Now with that, I'd like to turn this over to our city manager, Mr. Phil, to introduce that out.
As your direction from our elected officials and about our voting board and completed our Auburn strategic brainstorming and labor days and the foundation. Auburn has experienced considerable growth. It became evident our equity to introduce to you our new team. Auburn has been having Air Cousins as our deputy editor for many years. Starting his first permanent leadership with everyone to Auburn is
Thank you, Kroll. Exciting
time to staff here in Auburn. I've served here for nearly 15 years in economic goals, and I'm excited as the director of the permit. Well, focus on development efforts is to better set to meet the growth in residential properties and just continue growth in the city. I think over the is that Auburn wants to being permits around elsewhere state. Site selection, patients in several counties as state with the permits at 20% of the process value in the state. We have a form-based code district as well as pre-approved industrial subdivisions that allow a quick level review of projects from state to state. Counter private and partnerships and like technical build services space. Investor all the time. Home, lot, operation, resident have regularly streamline more in our permit that the builder and same prep project 58 years. And a real myth for commercial. It's now 150,000 square foot. We have single family units and a number of creating opportunities. Also open to build a reputable, youth-friendly, and permanent air opportunity. Next, community Auburn is supporting as a fabric. Focus on development strategies. Glenn, will you take off a little bit about who will be?
Phil, very much. I'm extremely excited to be part of the team. When what the city council came together, I just knew what was going on in Auburn. I can tell you that my career has brought me to a point where I bring out of the Air Force. I was in business for many years, down to Portland businesses there. And then I went into municipal government and I found out really what municipal government can and can't do and what they should enjoy. And when I saw what went out to economic development, it was just extremely exciting to really understand what's important to business and what's important to people. We're looking at getting people from existing businesses as well as new businesses and really understanding and helping them grow. From Don Finance Corporation, last year, I've maintained finance business, tech assistance, help, and sustain. And what I can tell you is what I bring to the table is the ability to work with not only those new businesses coming in, those incentive packages happen, but business decades, and we need those as well, because they're the ones that are really, and you know them and make part of it. People and what a better place to do. So you is a grant start. I want the growth not only but we can get look at it all.
Thank you, Glenn. Joining the new team as the economic development director. As Eric mentioned, we have a lot of development occurring, and it is vital for Auburn to support smart growth and attract new businesses. Jay is bringing that experience to Auburn. Jay, will you take a few minutes to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Jay Brenschick. I was raised in Freiburg, Maine, and I worked in the private sector in a variety of roles and even was a business owner up until about the year 2000. From there, I got into economic development, but my pathway was a little interesting. I was the first director of the state of New Hampshire's Film and Television Office, and we had some great success with that office for a couple of years. And then I segued into more traditional economic development. And most of my career in economic development has developed in Florida as well as Virginia, two states that are constantly recognized for their strong economic development programs. I'm excited to work for the City of Auburn because when I look at their strategic plan, I look at what they're doing with fast track permitting, the fact that they aren't just hiring me, they're also bringing in Glenn to work with existing businesses. These are the types of things that communities need to be doing. And really what I'm seeing is the mayor, as well as our city manager, has really paved the way for great success for the City of Auburn. So I've actually been very actively pursuing working for the City of Auburn, and I'm excited.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. So as you can see, Auburn has put together the development team that will be able to carry out the initiatives that the mayor and our elected officials have shared, and we are prepared to make Auburn your next opportunity. We look forward to it. Now I'd like to bring it back to Mr. Mayor. Sorry, and Brian. So we're also excited. Part of our new team is our new assistant city manager, Brian Wood. Brian has come to Maine for the first time, and Brian had been part of Washington, D.C. and working with the city manager's office So excited to have Brian with us. Brian.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. As you've already heard this afternoon, Auburn is growing in leaps and bounds. The reason Auburn is growing, the reason people are moving here, like myself, the reason businesses are relocating, opening, expanding in Auburn are numerous, but can be distilled into one very true turn of phrase. Auburn, where your next opportunity is closer than you think. What does that mean for you? As a current resident, the city is committed to continuing to build upon an amazing story and dynamic history that has made Auburn this unique blend of urban, suburban, rural. We continue to support and invest in our community and in our businesses that call Auburn home. To those looking for a place to call home, Auburn truly is a place where you live, work, and play. Everything from skiing, ice fishing, snowmobiling, cheerleading, ice hockey, hot air ballooning, community theater, truck touch, to dining. All happens right here in the city of Auburn. If you're looking for something a little different, something a little further, Auburn is closer than you think. We are less than an hour away from the jetport, less than an hour away from the beaches, less than an hour away from the mountains. To our businesses and that are current and prospective, you can see we have assembled an amazing team to complement the already great staff serving the residents and businesses of Auburn. From exploration to expansion, we have the team ready to make their process as seamless as possible. Residents and business alike, we know the future of Auburn is bright. We want you to know and to be a part of the future of Auburn. To connect with our team, visit goauburn.me. Send us your email address. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you, Brian, Phil, Glenn, and Jay. Welcome aboard, Jen and Glenn both. Obviously, you're seeing our new marketing campaign. In order to get the word out, we'll be rolling this out for the foreseeable future, not just in Maine, but also throughout New England, the Northeast, and the East Coast. Why? As we've all seen, we've had a significant increase of folks from out of state coming in, and that's extremely important with our current industry that Eric talked about growing. We have great jobs with great pay and affordable housing with a great tight community. It's time for people to make their opportunity here in Auburn. With that, I'm going to open this up. I know it's a remote press conference, but if there's anyone out there that has any questions, and we have a lot of people logged in at various means, I'll give it a second and open that up. Liz, I think you're moderating. We'll just check. And for all you that signed up, thank you very much. What we'll be doing is